is Lisa from Life in Layouts, and today I have something a little bit different for you. I am using this little boy collection, and I recently found a YouTuber that is amazing. Like, I have no other words for you guys except for amazing. She is fabulous YouTuber, and what she does, her YouTube name is Simply Cut Creations, and I will link below to her YouTube channel because I want you guys to check her out. What she does is she takes a collection and she creates 4 to 6 one-page layouts from that collection. She does not add her photos to it, so she just decorates the pages and with the elements itself, as well as the sticker sheets from the elements. And what she does is she takes the anywhere from 4 to 6 pieces of paper, cuts them all up, and divides them out between the 4 to 6 one-page layouts. And I was just in love when I saw that. So what I thought I could do was see if it was possible to create two-page layouts from one of her videos using the 4 to 6 one-page layouts. And so I found a layout that I thought would be work, and I used that video to cut out. So what I did a little bit differently than she did was I made sure that my background papers, 2 of them were the same. So I have 2 polka dots and then 2 of an orange color. This piece here is going to be one of my backgrounds. And at first I actually made the mistake of cutting these down, the stars. It wasn't supposed to be. And then the other background is the orange. Now, I am not going to show you guys any of the cutting, like what they were cut at or anything like that, because I do feel like that belongs to her. And like I said, I'm going to link it below so you can go check it out on her website. You guys are not going to be sorry. She is an amazing, amazing person. Amazing scrapbooker. She's one of those scrapbookers that I look at their finished product, and that's what I hope to aspire to one day. So what you do is you cut out all the pieces, and I had 4 piles on my floor next to me, only because that's just where my space in my scrapbook room was. And in the cutting guide, she allows you to show you exactly where each one of the pieces is. So she will cut out the pieces and by the dimensions, and then it also has the pile that it belongs to. There were several pieces that she said to discard, which is what's currently in my hand. I just put those to the side because I did know that because I was changing it up a little bit and I might be adding photos or I might be taking photos away, I wanted to have that little buffer of paper to use on my layouts just in case. So what I did was I have these 2 sets of photos. This photos that I'm putting down right now are of my nephew. We were sitting in the car and he had spent the weekend with me, and I was waiting for my mom to pick him up. And so I was like, well, why don't you come up here, buddy, and sit in my lap so that I could, cuddle with him one last time. Real quick, and I'll get back to the story. What I just did was I took a photo of it. If you have lots and lots of layers like this one does, take a photo of it before you start taking it apart, like I did with to distress the inks of it. And then I had my phone, because that's what I took the photo with, to the right of me, and I was just referring back to it so that I put it back similar to the way it was. Because if you don't, then you'll never remember, right? So anyway, so he was sitting in the back of the seat in his car seat, and we were parked waiting for my mom. And I was like, come sit up here with me, buddy, so I can, love on him one last time before he went. And so he's sitting there, and I was like, oh, let me take a selfie of him. So I take a selfie, and as I'm taking the picture, he farts on me, like full on farts. And I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. So I'm like, Eli, did you just fart on me? And that's where that first picture to the far left You can barely see it on the edge of the screen there. He's got this little like devilish, smile on. And I was like, that boy. So that changed my selfie to, this is what a boy is. That's what happens when you have a boy, is they fart on you when you're trying to be sweet and love on them. So that is done. That layout is done. It went so quickly after I got all the pieces. I just had the pieces together and it went together so easily. So now I'm pulling out the pieces from what she called layout 3 and 4. And again, like I said, I used the orange background, the same color. Her layouts have different background colors. And then just put the pieces together. I do have the YouTube video going to the right of me while I'm filming this, just so that I can get an idea of where it is. This is how she had it set up. Very similar to this layout right here. And then this is where I change it up to fit my photos. So she has it where it was 4 photos, 2 on each photo, and then the photos were smaller on the left-hand side, which it did not work for me. My photos were a little bit bigger. I did mess up in the beginning and cut my insides, my back piece, that back blue. I cut out a 10 by 10 center instead of an 11 by 11 center. So I had that extra piece of blue paper. So I pulled that back in, left the bottom so it looks kind of like a Polaroid picture, so that I could add my title to it. Going through those scraps again, just to add a little bit more. One of the things that looking back on these layouts, I wish that I would have done the blue and the orange, swapped it out for the polka dot and the red, because I felt like the pattern paper on the polka dots would have, all of the different layers and things like that would have looked better on the orange. But I love the way that it came out, and that was just one of the things that I felt like the polka dot was very pattern paper heavy, and then this orange one wasn't so much. And I think it was because the background paper was a little bit more subtle than that polka dot. And then there was also less layers on these 2 layouts than on the polka dotted one. So just working through it, I did add the 2 strips there, that navy blue polka dot and the star strip that was the navy blue on the far left and the stars that are on the far right. I added those 2 strips, which was not in her original design. Because she did not have these were single page layouts, I felt like I needed to line something up between the 2 layouts, because I felt like that would give it some type of cohesiveness. So what I ended up doing was lining up that red that's on the far left with the blue navy polka dot on the right. And then I felt like that gave me the cohesiveness between the 2 layouts. So then that's it for the layouts themselves. So then she does go into embellishing it, and she uses just the single sheet of stickers. Most of the things that I've seen, the videos I have seen, she uses a lot of Echo Park, which is one of my favorite lines. So that was probably another reason why I loved her so much. So I pull out, first I'm going to do my title, which is Fart Loading. And if you don't have boys and you watch my channel, I applaud you, because only on a boy's channel would you have a title called Fart Loading. So if you don't have boys and you don't understand that concept, I'm sorry. But if you do have boys, I know that you guys are right there with me, whether they're your kids or your nephews, or if you're around boys at all, whether it's your husband, you understand that farting is like a way of life for them. So that was my title. I added that. And then I'm adding these 3 little strips to the right-hand side that say little man, silly, and trouble, because that sums up Eli in this picture completely. These photos were in 2016, which I'll add the date later on, which was another reason that I was okay with doing this, because 1, the layouts look nothing alike anyways. But I wanted to make sure that the photos that I used wouldn't sit together in my layouts. And that's the great thing about not scrapbooking chronologically, is that these photos, the fart loading, are from 2016. And then the photos of my little one are from 2018. So they're not even going to be in the same album. There's no way that anyone's ever going to look at it and say, you mass produced these or anything like that. So, and then these are just fun photos that, you know, there's not really a whole lot of story to it. This one here, I'm going to use this green little card here that says today you, and I'm going to put my journaling about the fact that he farted on me while I was trying to be all loving with him. I did add that little honk honk in the car because we were sitting in the car when this happened, and I added that cloud to the top right hand side of the left side of the layout just to give it a little more interest, a little more, you know, felt like it needed some more pattern on here. So I'm adding my journaling to it, and then I think that's it for this layout, and then I move on to what I'm calling the orange layout, which is pictures of my little one when we were at Universal. And because I feel like there's not a lot going on the right hand side of the page is probably the best. I felt like I could use this huge sticker that says little boy on it. It added to everything on the layout. And then on the left hand side, I added boys will be boys. These pictures are as we were walking out of Universal. If you look closely at the photos, you can see the parking garage for Universal. And they were really good that day that we went. We are pass holders for Universal as well. And they were really good. So on the way out, we told them that they could get a treat. And Adam wanted one of those huge lollipops that I was just like, he is never going to finish that. It's so big, you know, because no one ever finishes those things. He did an amazing job. You can see that he's probably about halfway through it. He, all the way back to the car, he continued to eat on it. He ate, I would say, probably 90% of it. But that is my little one. He isn't a foodie. What I look at in myself, even though he is my stepson, I see myself so much in him in the fact that he enjoys food. We joke, I have a friend that I joke with that her and I are foodies. We eat because we enjoy food. We love the taste of food. We also have another friend that we hang out with a lot, and she eats so that she doesn't die. Like, she has no desire to try new things or eat fun food or anything like that. She eats simply so that she'll go all day and then be like, oh, I should probably eat something since I haven't done that today. And my friend and I are like, how did you go all day without eating? Because, when I'm eating breakfast, I'm thinking about what I'm going to eat for lunch. And that is how my little one is. He loves food. And you could tell it every time he eats, he is savoring every single bite. So that is actually what I write about in my little journaling, is that he loves the food so much. And he did have tons of it all over his face. And he was definitely enjoying the lollipop. So as you can see, another great thing about this kind of mass producing the layouts is that I did very similar things to this layout that I did the other. So I didn't have to even think about the embellishment parts of it, which I know a lot of people enjoy the embellishment parts, but that is like my torture. I would rather put down pattern paper and figure all of that out than try to figure out where embellishments go that look well. So I did the 3 word strips again, this time using handsome, all boy, and sweet above one of the photos. And I did pull out some of my scraps from the kit that I have and created a banner with the green polka dot, the brown, and the blue. and then also cut out some stars and some arrows and added those in different places throughout, mainly on that red piece on the far right and then the blue piece that is housing the title on the left. So once again, make sure you guys go check out Simple Cut Creations. She is amazing. You are going to love all of her layouts that she does. Her layouts are so gorgeous. I can't even continue to say enough about how beautiful her layouts are. Those are the layouts, when I see those, they're the type of layouts that I see in booths at Creativation or in samples at in small scrapbook stores when they're hanging up and they give you samples. That's the type of scrapbooker she is, one of those amazing scrapbookers that gives you that beautiful look. And I was able to get a little bit of that in these two layouts by scrap lifting her idea, and I love the way these layouts came out. So I'm going to add my journaling to this one, and then that is it. So again, this video I think is about 16 minutes long. You guys got 2 full 2x12 by 12 layouts on this video, the 16-minute video. So just amazing. I'm so excited about these, and I am sure that you are going to see more from me scraplifting Simple Cuts Creations. So thanks everyone for watching. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. If you like this video, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already and you want to see more double page layouts, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because that's all I do on this channel. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope you have a scrappy day.